Whether you're throwing jabs in the gym or just watching the action ringside on your couch, feeling like a UFC champ can take your fight night experience to a whole new level. Ever wonder what fighters like Khabib and Usman eat to fuel their bodies for battle? Today, we're going into the ultimate fight night foods, snacks, and meals, inspired by the best in the octagon that you can enjoy during UFC events. Think you know fight food? Think again. By the end of this video, you'll have a lineup of healthy, mouth-watering options that are both satisfying and pack a punch. But here's the twist: we're talking foods that not only taste great but also mimic what the fighters themselves eat to stay in peak condition. Stick around because you'll want to catch the knockout foods that could change your game night forever. It's fight night, the energy's building, and you're ready for action. But instead of loading up on greasy, empty-calorie junk food, what if you could snack like a UFC champ? Let's start with Khabib, known for his disciplined diet that's all about clean, whole foods. Khabib Nurmagomedov, one of the most dominant fighters in UFC history, is famous not just for his skill, but also his strict eating habits. His diet consists of lean meats, vegetables, and whole grains. For your fight night, consider this: a grilled chicken wrap with fresh veggies and hummus. It's simple, clean, and packed with protein, just like something Khabib might reach for. Now, before you dismiss that as too healthy, think of it this way: if it's good enough to fuel an undefeated champion in the octagon, it's definitely going to help you stay sharp during those epic 5-round fights on TV. And hey, if you're worried about missing out on flavor, just ask yourself, would Khabib ever settle for second best? Exactly. Now, let's see how Usman fuels up for victory. Kamaru Usman, the Nigerian nightmare, takes a slightly different approach. He enjoys a more varied diet that still keeps him lean and powerful. Usman's meals often include proteins like steak or salmon, with a mix of fibrous veggies and complex carbs. He knows that balance is key. For your fight night, how about prepping some beef or turkey sliders with whole grain buns and a side of sweet potato fries? You'll get the protein kick of Usman's favorite meals while keeping things light enough to stay focused on the fight. Now, we've covered the fighter's disciplined meals. But what about something to recover after a long bout, whether it's on the mat or just watching 5 hours of epic fights? Up next, we've got post-fight recovery foods inspired by the top UFC athletes. You don't want to miss this one. Even after the fight, the journey isn't over, especially when it comes to recovery. UFC fighters prioritize post-fight meals to replenish energy and rebuild muscle. Think high-quality protein shakes, packed with whey or plant-based protein, mixed with fruits for an extra kick of vitamins. Try making a recovery smoothie with spinach, bananas, almond butter, and protein powder. It's not just healthy, it's delicious. Plus, studies show that fighters like Khabib and Usman emphasize proper recovery to keep their bodies in peak condition for the next bout. Let's talk about a snack that's both fun and nutritious, perfect for the second or third round of your UFC viewing marathon. Avocado toast during fight night? You might think that sounds a little too fancy, but let's take a look at what makes it the perfect snack. First, avocados are packed with healthy fats, giving you long-lasting energy. Then, there's the egg loaded with protein to keep you full and focused, just like Usman, between rounds. Plus, it's super easy to make, so you don't miss any of the action. Toast up some whole grain bread, smash on some avocado, and top it with a perfectly cooked egg. Now, we've got your main meals and snacks covered. But there's one more thing every UFC fan needs to complete their fight night experience, and it's coming up next. Let's not forget about drinks. A lot of UFC fans might reach for soda or beer, but what if we told you there's a healthier way to stay refreshed without sacrificing flavor? Try making your own homemade electrolyte drink. All you need is some water, a pinch of sea salt, a squeeze of lemon, and a bit of honey for sweetness. This gives you the electrolytes you need, keeps you hydrated, and helps you avoid the sugar crash that comes with typical fight night drinks. And when Khabib or Usman steps into the octagon, you'll be ready to go the distance, hydrated and fueled, just like the pros. We've talked about everything from Khabib's strict meal prep to Usman's balanced approach. And now, you've got the full lineup for your next UFC event. Whether you're snacking on avocado toast or sipping a homemade electrolyte drink, you're not just watching, you're living the fight night experience. So, are you ready to fuel like a UFC champ on your next fight night? Try these foods and let us know in the comments which ones are your favorites. And don't forget, like and subscribe for more tips on how to live like the best, whether you're in the gym or just watching the action unfold from your couch. Trust me, you won't want to miss what's coming next.